In a galaxy teeming with advanced civilizations that had mastered energy manipulation and dimensional travel, humanity was once seen as a primitive species, curious but lacking the sophisticated technology of their peers. Yet, when the galaxy's finest minds were paralyzed by complexity and high-tech solutions failed, humanity had a surprising answer: simplicity. Whether boiling water with crude equipment, burning air to purify atmospheres, or building bridges between stars, humans proved that sometimes the most effective solution isn't the most complex, but the simplest. And in that simplicity, they earned their place among the stars. In the beginning, aliens viewed humanity as a primitive species. Despite humanity's remarkable ability to survive in harsh conditions, their technological capabilities were far behind the advanced civilizations of the galaxy. While many species had mastered energy manipulation, dimensional travel, and other cosmic phenomena, humanity had just begun to explore space. In a galaxy teeming with highly evolved species, the humans' primitive tools and lack of advanced technologies made them seem insignificant. They were a species that had just discovered spaceflight, but had little else to offer in terms of progress or innovation. When humanity petitioned to join the Galactic Assembly, their request was met with reluctance and indifference. The Assembly's members, many of whom were far more advanced in terms of knowledge and technology, were unimpressed by the humans' accomplishments. The decision to admit humanity was made less out of respect and more out of pity. There was no real fear of them becoming a threat or competing with more powerful civilizations. Humanity's request for membership was a mere formality for the Assembly, and they were granted only the most basic access to resources, while more advanced technologies were kept off-limits. This decision reflected the general view that humanity was still in its infancy when it came to cosmic understanding. The Assembly's members considered humanity's future uncertain. With no deep cosmic wisdom, no advanced technology, and no specialized energy systems, the humans were seen as nothing more than a curiosity. The Assembly had seen countless species rise and fall throughout the galaxy, and it seemed likely that humanity would follow the same path. There was no particular interest in what humanity could contribute beyond the basics, and their presence in the galactic community was viewed with mild amusement, if not outright disregard. However, as time went on, the true nature of humanity began to reveal itself. Despite lacking advanced technology, the human spirit proved to be a powerful force. Their curiosity, determination, and adaptability began to show that they were not to be underestimated. The story of humanity's entrance into the Galactic Assembly, though born out of pity and skepticism, would eventually evolve into a testament to the resilience and ingenuity of humankind. They had little in the way of resources or knowledge, but they had an unyielding drive to survive and overcome obstacles, qualities that would soon make them indispensable to the galaxy. The crisis on Europa began when the human outpost stationed there faced a dire problem. The alien filtration systems provided by the Galactic Assembly failed to purify the briny water beneath the ice sheets. These advanced systems were too complex, requiring far too much energy, and could not provide a practical solution for the colony's needs. The alien engineers, who were skilled in high-tech, energy-intensive solutions, were stumped. They tried numerous methods, but none seemed effective enough to sustain the outpost's water supply. The failure of their technology created a sense of desperation as they struggled to find a feasible solution. In the midst of this, a human engineer named Jenna Cross, who had previously served in the Navy, looked at the problem from a completely different angle. Instead of continuing to wrestle with the complex and energy-consuming alien systems, Jenna suggested a simple solution: boil the water. The aliens in charge of the outpost were taken aback. They were accustomed to dealing with sophisticated technologies, and Jenna's suggestion seemed ludicrous to them. One alien even sneered at her idea, pointing out how inefficient and archaic the process of boiling water was, especially considering the energy demands. They couldn't fathom how such a basic solution could solve a problem that their advanced systems couldn't. Despite the dismissal from the aliens, Jenna proceeded with her idea. Using nothing but makeshift equipment and a few recalibrated solar panels, she managed to create a rudimentary boiler. It was crude, undeniably human in its simplicity, and far from the elegant technologies the aliens were accustomed to. Nonetheless, it worked. By heating the European water to a roiling steam and then condensing the vapor, she successfully produced pure, drinkable water. No alien technology required. Jenna's solution, although basic, was effective, and it quickly became clear to everyone that her method could solve the colony's water crisis in a sustainable and cost-effective way. Word of Jenna's success spread quickly to other outposts, and her boiling method was soon adopted by humans across Europa and beyond. As more stations began using this simple but effective solution, the Galactic Assembly took notice. Curious representatives from other species visited the human colonies to see the method for themselves. They marveled at how humans had solved a critical problem not with sophisticated alien tech, but with raw determination and practicality. The phrase, "they boil water," was born, symbolizing humanity's ability to strip problems down to their core and find simple, effective solutions where others saw only complexity and failure. This moment marked the beginning of humanity's reputation in the galaxy as a species capable of ingenuity, not through advanced technology, but through sheer creativity and resourcefulness. As news of the human water purification method spread, the Galactic Assembly began to take a closer look at humanity. Initially, the Assembly had regarded humanity's request for membership with skepticism, viewing humans as a simple species with little to contribute. However, the success of Jenna's boiling method caught the attention of other species, who were intrigued by how humans were solving problems. Representatives from the Assembly visited human outposts to witness the method firsthand. They were fascinated not by the technology, but by the way humans approach challenges, with determination, simplicity, and an unwillingness to give up. The more the Assembly observed humans, the more they realized that humanity's greatest strength wasn't in advanced technology, but in their ability to approach problems pragmatically. While other civilizations relied on high-tech solutions that often required vast amounts of energy or complex systems, humans were able to solve problems using basic tools and creative thinking. Their ingenuity was not about inventing new technologies, but about simplifying existing ones to work in new ways. It became clear to the Assembly that humanity's strength lay in its practical mindset, the ability to strip away unnecessary complexity and focus on what truly mattered. This new understanding of humanity sparked a shift in perception across the galaxy. The phrase, "they boil water," evolved into a symbol of human ingenuity. It wasn't just about boiling water anymore. It was about reducing problems to their essence, cutting through the noise, and finding the most efficient solution. Humanity became known for tackling challenges not with the most elegant or advanced technologies, but with what they had available and a determination to succeed. The ability to solve problems in this way became highly respected, and other civilizations started to view humanity in a new light, appreciating their practical approach to problem solving. As humanity's reputation grew, the phrase, "they boil water," became synonymous with human creativity and perseverance. The Galactic Assembly, which had initially admitted humans out of pity, now recognized them as a valuable member of the galactic community. Their ability to simplify complex problems was seen as a unique strength, and other species began to adopt similar methods, seeking to learn from humanity's example. The simplicity that humans applied to their solutions was no longer seen as primitive. It became a mark of true innovation. Humanity's place in the stars was no longer in question, and they had earned their spot not because of their advanced technology, but because of their remarkable ability to boil down any challenge to its simplest form. Humanity's approach to problem-solving soon became a source of inspiration across the galaxy. The successful use of boiling water for purification on Europa had demonstrated that even with limited resources, humans could come up with practical, effective solutions. As other crises arose, humans applied this same ingenuity to other seemingly impossible challenges. One of the most notable examples came when the Zion Consortium, an alien species known for their complex systems, faced a catastrophic failure on the methane-rich world of Zoth-9. The atmospheric scrubbers, which were built on convoluted algorithms, suddenly stopped working, and the planet's colonies were at risk of suffocating. The Zions, who were adept at designing intricate systems, struggled to find a solution. Meanwhile, a human geologist named Marcus Reef looked at the problem and simply suggested, why not burn the impurities out? Marcus's idea, which seemed primitive and dangerous to the Zion scientists, was based on the straightforward principle of combustion. While the Zions were trapped in the complexity of their systems, Marcus found an elegant and simple solution that worked with the resources available. His method involved setting up combustion-based purification rigs that, although crude and producing smoke and flames, effectively cleared the atmosphere. The Zions, initially horrified by the simplicity and potential danger of the idea, couldn't deny that it worked. The air began to clear, and the planet's atmosphere became breathable once again. The Zions, humbled by the success of such a basic approach, gained a newfound respect for humanity's ability to tackle problems in unconventional ways. This success with the Zion crisis only deepened the galaxy's understanding of humanity's talents. Over time, more and more species began to adopt the human approach to problem solving. Rather than relying on complex technologies, they started to appreciate the value of simplicity and practicality. Humans demonstrated that sometimes the best solutions were not the most advanced or sophisticated ones, but the ones that used available resources efficiently and focused on getting the job done. As humanity solved more crises, from repairing broken circuits with simple tools to using pulleys to fix glitching systems, their reputation as practical, solution-oriented engineers spread throughout the galaxy. The phrase, "they boil water, they burn air," evolved, becoming a shorthand for humanity's ability to distill any problem down to its essentials and find a way to make it work. As the reputation of humans grew, so did the admiration for their unique problem-solving approach. The most respected engineers in the galaxy were no longer just those who understood quantum mechanics or mastered theoretical physics. Now, those who could fix complex problems with nothing but a toolbox, determination, and a clear focus on practical solutions were also revered. This shift in perspective had far-reaching implications. The galaxy, which had once looked down on humanity for its perceived lack of advanced technology, now recognized them as an indispensable force. Their ability to approach problems with simple, effective solutions had earned them not just respect, but admiration across the cosmos. Humanity had proven that sometimes the simplest answer, when applied with determination and ingenuity, could be the most powerful tool in the universe. The human approach to problem-solving reached new heights when the next major crisis emerged, this time not from failing technology or hostile environments, but from the very fabric of space itself. The Galactic Assembly had long struggled with the challenge of interstellar travel between regions of space that were isolated due to unstable wormhole networks. These anomalies and dark matter fields had made certain areas of the galaxy inaccessible, and despite the Assembly's advanced technology, no feasible solution had been found. The problem seemed insurmountable, and many believed that these isolated regions were simply too dangerous or too remote to be connected again. However, humanity, ever persistent in the face of obstacles, saw the situation not as an impossibility, but as a challenge to be met. The breakthrough came from a human astrophysicist named Dr. Avas, who proposed a radical solution. Instead of trying to fix the wormholes themselves, which was beyond the technological capacity of any species, she suggested building a bridge between the stars. Her idea was simple but ambitious. Create a series of gravitational anchors that could stabilize the chaotic gravitational fields surrounding the unstable wormholes. While the proposal seemed fantastical to the assembled representatives, Dr. Avas explained that they didn't need to create a physical bridge between the stars. What they needed was a way to counteract the gravitational turbulence that made travel through these areas impossible. By using large gravitational stabilizers, humanity could manipulate the environment enough to make the wormholes usable once again. Although the concept was met with scorn and disbelief, humanity's engineers, known for their practicality and willingness to take bold risks, began working on the project. Within months, they had developed the necessary technology: massive gravitational stabilizers. These devices were rugged, simple in design, and surprisingly cost-effective. They did not rely on cutting-edge quantum mechanics or advanced singularity cores, as the assembly had expected. Instead, they used brute force and precision to counteract the gravitational chaos. The stabilizers were placed strategically around the unstable wormhole sectors, and when tested, they worked beyond expectations. For the first time, a wormhole was stabilized for a full 24 hours, allowing ships to travel through regions once thought unreachable. The success of the gravitational stabilizers had a profound impact on the galaxy. Trade routes that had been closed for centuries were reopened, and isolated colonies were able to reconnect with the rest of the galaxy. Humanity had done the impossible, not by reinventing the laws of physics, but by working with the natural forces at their disposal and applying a simple, practical solution. The galaxy was stunned, and the phrase, "they boil water, they burn air, they bridge stars," echoed through the assembly chambers. It became clear that humanity's strength was not in high-tech inventions or theoretical breakthroughs, but in their ability to find creative, pragmatic solutions to problems that others had written off as unsolvable. Through their unique way of thinking, humanity had bridged the gap between unreachable stars, proving once again that their ingenuity and determination were indispensable to the galaxy. As humanity continued to address the challenges of the galaxy with their simple yet effective solutions, their reputation as problem solvers spread far and wide. The phrase, "they boil water, they burn air, they bridge stars," had become a mantra, capturing the essence of what made humanity's approach so unique. The galaxy began to see that humans weren't just a curious species trying to catch up with advanced civilizations. They were a species capable of changing the way problems were solved on a galactic scale. What had once been viewed as primitive thinking, solving problems with basic tools and creativity, had now become a powerful force that other civilizations were eager to emulate. Over time, more species began to adopt humanity's approach to problem solving. Rather than focusing on complex, energy-intensive technologies, they started to recognize the value of simplicity and practicality. Humans had proven that there were often more effective ways to solve problems by focusing on the core issues and stripping away unnecessary complexity. Other civilizations, once proud of their sophisticated, high-tech solutions, now found themselves turning to the human way of thinking, simplifying their own approaches to problems in order to find faster, more efficient resolutions. What was once seen as a lack of advancement in human technology was now viewed as a profound strength. The growing admiration for humanity's ingenuity also led to a shift in the way engineers and scientists across the galaxy were valued. The most respected individuals in the galactic community were no longer just those who had mastered the most advanced technologies, but those who could tackle problems with a straightforward, hands-on approach. The simple act of fixing something with a toolbox, of applying ingenuity in the face of failure, became the new standard for excellence. Humanity's ability to approach complex issues with common-sense solutions was now considered a mark of true brilliance, and other species sought to learn from them. Despite all the accolades and recognition, humanity remained humble and focused on their next challenges. They weren't content to rest on their laurels. Instead, they pushed forward with the same relentless curiosity and determination that had gotten them this far. The phrase, "they boil water," was no longer just a reference to their humble beginnings, but a reminder that humanity was here to stay. They had earned their place in the stars not by mastering the most advanced technologies, but by mastering the art of simplicity and determination. The galaxy now saw that humanity was a force to be reckoned with, and with their unwavering resolve, there was no limit to what they could achieve next. As humanity's reputation continued to grow across the galaxy, their simple yet ingenious solutions began to redefine how the galaxy approached problem-solving. While many other species had focused on pushing the boundaries of their technology and unraveling complex scientific mysteries, humanity showed that sometimes the simplest solutions were the most effective. The phrase, "they boil water," had evolved from a quirky anecdote into a profound symbol of human ingenuity. It represented humanity's ability to strip problems down to their core, removing unnecessary complexity and finding practical, straightforward answers that worked when more advanced technologies failed. Humanity's influence continued to spread as more crises arose, and the galaxy began to rely on their ability to simplify and adapt. In situations where advanced technology and theoretical solutions had reached their limits, humanity's unique approach often provided the breakthrough needed to solve the issue. Humans weren't bound by the same limitations as other civilizations, who often relied on elegant, high-tech answers that required vast amounts of energy and resources. Instead, humans excelled at using what was available to them, finding creative ways to adapt and overcome obstacles. Whether it was fixing broken systems with basic tools, using fire to purify air, or stabilizing wormholes with gravitational anchors, humans had developed a reputation for finding simple, effective solutions that worked when no one else could. This reputation for problem-solving extended beyond just engineering challenges. Over time, humanity's influence in the galactic community grew, and they were called upon for not just their technical expertise, but for their ability to think outside the box. As their solutions proved successful, other species began to view humanity not as a primitive species struggling to keep up, but as a valuable ally with a unique perspective on how to solve complex problems. The ability to boil down problems to their simplest form became an integral part of the way the galaxy functioned. In the face of overwhelming challenges, humans were the ones who could provide answers when everyone else was caught up in the complexities of their own systems. Despite their growing reputation, humanity's focus never wavered. They understood that their success was not rooted in advanced technology or intellectual superiority, but in their ability to keep things simple and practical. The phrase, "they boil water," had become a reminder to the galaxy that the key to overcoming adversity was often not in seeking the most complex solution, but in finding the most effective one. As more species began to embrace humanity's approach, they learned that sometimes the best way to tackle a challenge was to take a step back, strip away the unnecessary, and focus on the fundamentals. Humanity's journey in the stars had just begun, and their simple solutions would continue to shape the galaxy in ways no one had ever imagined. As humanity's reputation continued to spread, their simple yet effective problem-solving methods began to inspire a broader transformation in how the galaxy approached challenges. No longer seen as a backward species, humanity's ingenuity in stripping problems down to their essence became a valuable model for other civilizations. The idea that complex issues could sometimes be solved with straightforward, practical approaches gained traction across the galactic community. Species that once relied heavily on their advanced technologies now started to reconsider their own methods, embracing simplicity and practicality when faced with difficult situations. Humanity had proved that the ability to adapt and find workable solutions with the tools at hand was a trait worth cultivating, and the galaxy began to see the value in human methods. The adoption of humanity's approach marked a shift in how the most successful engineers and problem-solvers were viewed. Where once the elite engineers were those who mastered the most advanced, esoteric sciences or the latest cutting-edge technologies, now those who could break down a problem into its simplest form were gaining respect. Human engineers and innovators, celebrated for their ability to find solutions using basic tools and a direct, pragmatic approach, became the new standard for excellence in the galaxy. The mindset that problems could often be solved by thinking more simply, rather than complicating them further, began to influence engineering practices and scientific methods throughout the galaxy. As more civilizations started to emulate humanity's problem-solving approach, they found that they could solve long-standing issues with surprisingly little. Complex systems, which once seemed essential for overcoming challenges, were now being questioned, with many finding that their reliance on them had created more problems than solutions. Humans, with their focus on stripping down issues to their core and looking for the simplest, most effective solutions, began to reshape how the galaxy understood and approached technological and scientific challenges. This paradigm shift was especially evident in fields like engineering, where human methods started to replace overly complicated techniques with more efficient, direct solutions. Despite their increasing influence, humanity remained focused on pushing forward. They never stopped questioning, exploring, and adapting. What began as a small, seemingly insignificant breakthrough, the boiling of water, had blossomed into a new way of thinking, a way of tackling problems with determination, simplicity, and creativity. Humanity's place in the galaxy was no longer in question, not because they had the most advanced technology, but because they had developed an entirely new way of solving problems. The legacy of humanity's approach was clear. When faced with the toughest challenges, the galaxy could always count on humanity to strip away the complexity and find a way to get the job done. Humanity's growing influence within the galactic community reached its peak when they began to tackle not just physical challenges, but the very nature of space itself. The previous crises that humans had solved involved environmental issues and technological failures, but the next major challenge was on a much larger scale: the vast, seemingly insurmountable expanse between stars. The Galactic Assembly, despite their advanced technologies, had largely given up on the idea of connecting distant, isolated regions of the galaxy. The instability of wormhole networks, combined with gravitational anomalies and dark matter fields, had made certain areas completely inaccessible. These cosmic barriers were thought to be unsolvable, and most species had resigned themselves to the idea that these regions were beyond reach. However, humanity saw these challenges not as an impossibility, but as an opportunity to apply their unique problem-solving approach. Dr. Avaz, a human astrophysicist, came forward with an unconventional idea to address the issue of unreachable sectors. Rather than attempting to stabilize the wormholes directly, which seemed beyond anyone's capabilities, she proposed creating a bridge between the stars. Her plan was to introduce a series of gravitational stabilizers to counteract the chaotic gravitational forces that rendered the wormholes unusable. The concept was straightforward and practical. Instead of fixing the wormholes themselves, humanity could stabilize the environment around them. While this idea seemed outlandish to many, especially the highly advanced species of the Galactic Assembly, it exemplified humanity's unique approach, taking a complex problem and finding a simple, elegant solution. Despite skepticism from the Assembly, humanity's engineers began working on Dr. Avaz's idea, quickly producing the necessary technology. The gravitational stabilizers were large, simple, and cost-effective, and unlike the high-tech, energy-intensive solutions other species would have proposed, these devices worked through brute force precision. The stabilizers did not rely on complex quantum mechanics or exotic materials, but rather on a straightforward principle: applying weights in the right places to counteract the gravitational turbulence. Once deployed across the unstable sectors, the stabilizers began to show results. For the first time, a wormhole remained stable long enough for ships to pass through, opening up previously inaccessible regions of the galaxy. The success of humanity's gravitational stabilizers was nothing short of revolutionary. Regions once thought unreachable became accessible again, with isolated colonies rejoining the galactic community and trade routes that had been shut down for centuries suddenly reopening. Humanity's ability to solve such a vast problem with a simple solution was a testament to their ingenuity and determination. The phrase "they boil water, they burn air, they bridge stars" became a slogan that encapsulated the essence of humanity's contributions to the galaxy. Once seen as an underdeveloped species, humanity had proven that their strength lay not in advanced technology or theoretical science, but in their ability to break down the complexities of the universe and find practical, effective solutions. The galaxy now knew that when faced with the impossible, humanity was the one to call upon.